What's going on, guys? This is Joe Young coming at you another video today. Today I'm giving you guys an update on the zebra Pleco tank. So I'm just throwing in some food right now for them. It's dinner time. Lights just came on and they just got their water changed today, so they're looking pretty happy today. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a quick update on the tank. The tank is a complete, utter mess, as you can see here. I just have branches everywhere, plants everywhere, just because I kind of end up shifting stuff around when I'm siphoning, I guess, their poop and stuff like that. So I don't really have something like stable or something like just set, because I end up moving it anyways. Alright, as you can see here, we have a couple of zebra plecos out and about here. I did throw in a couple of these new different types of caves. I think they kind of like the smaller one. I did put in two sizes. This is the larger size here. I have a couple smaller ones on the far left. And they actually like those caves, the slate ones, and also the driftwoods, like the small pieces of driftwoods. I'll show you in a little bit here. Kind of like this here, this like little piece of driftwood I kind of threw in here. You can kind of see the tail kind of on top here. The plecos kind of just like to hang in between the driftwoods, and you know, they're really enjoying it. So I'm glad. I'm just kind of like really tossing stuff together just to see what they like. They are looking like they're doing really well. Growth wise, I have not seen, you know, much of a growth in terms of like a growth spur. You know, I've had this tank up and running for almost, you know, a couple months, several months actually, almost a year or so. Not much has changed between the plecos actually. They, you know, seem to be eating really well, you know, moving around really well. But, you know, the growth size, you know, they aren't growing as fast as I thought they would be. And that could be due to a couple things. I'm only feeding them once a day. You know, I could be power feeding them, basically, you know, feeding them like, you know, more than once a day. To be honest, I'm not really home. Most of the day, it's just because, you know, I'm at work. And when I get home, I only really feed them once. I could feed them once when I get home, and maybe like once towards the end of the night. Maybe I should start doing that just to see if it helps them grow a little bit more. But as you can see, they're coming out now because they smell the food. These are the little ones here. There's a couple bigger ones in there, but in general, they come alive when they smell food or have food in the tank. So these guys are doing really well. The new addition to the tank is the green phantom pleco. I honestly didn't know where to put him, so I went ahead and just put him in here for now, and I think it's going to be his home from now on, just because he didn't really go well with the other tanks, especially the bigger ones, just because he likes to like kick up debris and stuff like that. And I didn't want him to like bother the discus plus like the plants in the 54 gallon, so I went ahead and put him in here instead. And to be honest, he really likes it. He has his own cave by himself now that he dedicates. Everyone else has their own little cave that they run up and down to, but it seems like the green phantom pleco really likes the far left cave here, and he comes out and about when there's food. Alright, we're down in the sump area. This is where the beta is at, and I also got a couple new little zebra plecos in here. I went ahead and put them in here just to make sure that, one, they're eating really well and not really getting out compete by the other plecos. And so far, you know, I got 3 of them in here. They're doing fairly decent. Mainly this is just to mix up the gene pools a little bit, and you know, probably in a week or so I will put them back into the main tank with the others. But so far so good. They are looking like they're eating, pooping really well down here, so good signs and good vibes down here as well. So this tank's doing its thing. I may change up a couple things with this tank. I may end up removing a couple of these bigger pieces of spider wood. One, just because they kind of get in the way when I'm doing my water changes, and two, it seems like, you know, the zebra plecos don't really care for them anyways. They don't like hop onto them. Sure, it provides a really nice shaded area for them, but I think I may replace it with just a couple like small, just like smaller driftwoods pieces, so they can kind of hide in between, and it's just kind of on the floor versus like kind of covering the place. I know I kind of really like it too, but it really just kind of gets in the way when I'm doing my water change, so I might do that, so it just makes my life a little bit easier. So I may end up removing both of the big spiderwood driftwood pieces. Alright guys, and that's a quick update on the zebra pleco tank. And if you guys stayed this far in the video, I have a sneak peek for you guys in terms of what I'm working on in terms of the projects. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick right now. Alright guys, so we're out in my garage. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've been planning probably for the past couple years or so and eventually transitioning some of the tanks out into the garage area. So this is a sneak peek of what I've been working on so far, and you know, it takes time and also takes a lot of money to do a lot of these builds. So I've been planning this out for a very long time, and I'm talking with the wife. She wants to really move some of the tanks out here and also downgrade some of the tanks. So I've been trying to plan out what I wanted to do. But with that said, I've been trying to organize the garage first. So step one is organizing the garage, and as you can see here, I went ahead and bought some of these nice stands so I can actually place a bunch of these hardscape materials that I have, you know, available for either on the website or for my personal use. So the second thing I want to show you guys is my personal favorite, is as you can see up top here, that is one of the sickest driftwood pieces I've ever owned. So just to kind of give you guys a perspective of how big this is, you know, this is a 4 foot long steel like shelf, and that's 4 foot across that way, so it's 8 foot across. This is one piece starting from here across there, so it's about a 5 foot piece. This is another piece that goes that way. So it's just kind of out here as a display for my garage, and wow, you know, that's a sick driftwood piece. But you know, this is just kind of show you guys what I've been working on, and probably in the next month or so, as I, you know, clean it up a little bit better, as I do more things out here, I'll kind of give you guys an update. So thank you guys for staying, you know, up until this end of the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace.